This is two warriors that want to get in there and beat the hell out of each other. This is that fight.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. So here we go. Should be a good one. What a punch. That big hook doesn't land. How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
Sergeant, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do you train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
Aiming for the chin. He's headhunting right now. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He blocks that jab. Can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. A lot of effort being exerted here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Dempsey in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Good work.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Get back.
The right hand's beautiful.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
That jab doesn't score. Perfect counter shot. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that jab. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. There's a counter shot. The jab just got blocked. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Dempsey in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
Good? Good man. Good.
There's the bell to start round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Parries that jab away. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punching. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. He threw a punch and just got countered. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. The Galveston Giant in real trouble now. This round's still up for grabs with just hold that thought. Oh, my word. Jack Johnson on the defense. What's he going to do to get out of this trouble? Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Good work. That's it. Now breathe.
Here we go to the 4th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Oh, what a punch. Just missed with that hook. That left hook won't score. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nice job to block that uppercut. Do you believe this? The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers. Down goes Jack Dempsey. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, four, five, six. Come to me.
Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
You're doing great round, great round. Now, relax, relax. Just stay focused.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way.
And there's the bell for round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
He blocks the hook. Punch, counter punch. That hook won't score. Endurance is becoming a... Hold that thought! And Jack Johnson is dazed! I don't believe it! Jack Johnson is down! Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four, and you continue.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
The jab doesn't quite connect. He threw a punch and just got countered. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Talk about Johnson in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Work all the way through camp. I need you to go back.
Great work. I love that. Back.
And there's the bell to start round 6. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
He blocks that jab. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. One punch could end this fight for either of the... Hold that thought! Can you believe this? The legend himself, Jack Johnson, is about to go! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Set. Forget about that.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be look.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Get your mind back on the job.
And there's the bell for round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
They block the jab. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. His stamina is off the charts. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two.
Get back out there and win the round.
Round 8, and we're off again. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Beautiful counter punch. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. They threw the hook. It didn't land. How about that time counter shot? Blocks the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Come on. You've let him back into this.
Good work. That's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back. Good work.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
Can't miss him. Great work.
There's the bell to start round 9. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Catch and shoot. Well, They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's a counter shot. Holding nothing back here in the round. Jab doesn't quite connect. Blocks that left hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you...
Come on, you're better than that.
It's round 10. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Oh, no. Dempsey is hurt. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
They exchange punches. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
2 straights down the middle, can't miss him. Great work.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching on.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good night.
This is the 11th we've entered the championship round. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way.
Whoa, Johnny! The Galveston Giant in real trouble now! And down goes Jack Johnson. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.